Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a quick chat. Okay, real quick, I want to talk about this couple out in Texas by the name of Marlon Moore and Lashonda Moore. That was not Marlon's last name. He ended up changing his last name. I cannot recall what his first last name was. It is on the lawsuit paperwork, so I'll have to double check that. I think it's the FTC versus Marlon Moore. Let's see if I can get that last name for you guys. All right. So it was originally Marlon Maiden. He changed his name to Marlon Moore. All right. So I want to talk about this couple, and you can see him down on the screen. Okay. The reason why I want to chat about this couple was because I did a review on them a few years back on a Family or Fiance. All right. I did that review and I started noticing comments coming to my page talking about them. And I'm like, what is everybody talking about? Why are y'all talking about something on this old video? So I checked out the comments and they were telling me that they were on American Greed. Girl, I went and found that episode, okay? For those people that might want to watch it, let me go ahead and let you know if you don't know. I signed up for free on NBC Universal, I believe it was, because I thought it was on Peacock. Peacock has American Greed, but they don't have the more recent season, which is season 15. Marlon and Lashonda had a episode to air in late February, I do believe it was. But I signed up on NBC Universal, I believe that it was, and they give you like 3 credits to where you can watch something for free. So I decided to go ahead and just watch their episode for free last night. And I think it's like roughly 40 minutes, no more than an hour, I don't think, okay? Check that out. And girl, that was meh. Do you hear me? So these individuals are being sued, from my understanding, by the FTC. There is a lawsuit that has come up against this couple out in Prosper, Texas, by way of the FTC, and I'm sure that is due to a lot of the complaints from, members is what I'll say, members of something that they created. So it was just a real intriguing documentary. I'm going to get into some news articles because when I watched it for pure entertainment. I really didn't take any notes or anything. So I just decided this morning, I'm going to chat about it with y'all, all right? Now, I do know that Lashonda came into the relationship with 2 children, from my understanding. I believe she was from up north somewhere and she moved down to Texas. But he was a DJ, still is a DJ from my understanding, Mr. Marlon Moore. And he was on 106 and Park at one point. All right. He went on to be on 106 and Park, continued to be a popular DJ out in Texas or whatever. Ended up meeting Lashonda. Lashonda was on some "I'm gonna make you fall in love with me" type energy. And that's exactly what he did. He fell in love with her, and from there they went on to be like a power couple. It was understood that they wanted to be like a celebrity couple. They ended up filming their engagement video shoot or whatever. It was real dope though. I will say, it looked like, it was giving cute. I'm not gonna lie, their engagement video. Well, what ended up happening was they're saying that they caught the eye of Family or Fiance. So once they caught the eye of Family or Fiance, they ended up going on to the show, but they went out to California, filmed for however many days or whatever. And this was a few weeks before their wedding. They did go on to get married, and it was a big, beautiful, lavish wedding. All right. Now, when the pandemic came around, honey, they decided that they were going to create some type of company called Bint, which is blessings in no time. I don't know if you guys remember those susus, and it used to be called susu and it was called something else, where basically you put $500 in, you get so many people to put $500 in, and I don't know if it's like every 2 weeks or something, and then you get your money back by pulling that money out or something. I remember one of my friends hit me up about it. I immediately told her I'm not interested because it didn't make any sense. How do I know when I'm going to get my money? And then in addition to that, who are the other people that's a part of it? So they just created a susu in so many words, and they just made it a bigger one. So much so that they ended up getting, I can't even remember how many members they got. I think they got like up to 8,000 members, and they ended up making millions of dollars. So people were pouring into this company thinking that they were going to get blessings in no time and get their money back, girl, and they never got a dime back. And it was crazy because they had this weird 4-level structure set up, and people kept putting more money in because they were trying to reach a new level. But whenever they would go up to level 2, they'll come back down to level 1. And I know I may sound like all over the place, but you guys have to definitely go and check out the docuseries American Greed to learn more about their story. But girl, it was giving every bit of scam. Like they were talking to those people any kind of way when people couldn't get their money. They were asking them like, "What's taking so long to get the money back or whatever?" And the girl gonna sit up there talking about y'all the problem, y'all the reason. Like, girl, they was just saying a lot of. Girl, you gotta go watch it. But let's go ahead and get into one of these articles real quick, okay? They're saying Paxton sues a Prosper couple for pyramid scheme that targeted African Americans. Okay, it says the Texas Attorney General's office has announced a lawsuit against a Prosper couple who was accused of scamming tens of millions of dollars out of African Americans in Texas and in other states. All right. They said a lawsuit recently filed by the office alleges that Marlon Moore, aka DJ ASAP, and his wife Lashonda Moore operated Blessings in No Time, or bint is what they would call it, BINT, a pyramid scheme in the midst of C-19 pandemic that promised blessings or returned payments, $11,200 to members who paid at least $1,400. Now, they did have a policy where they said that you'll get your money back guaranteed, like you'll get a refund. But when people would request their refunds, they would never get them their money, girl. Like, it was a mess. Like, it's a mess. What else? They said the scheme, which called on members to simply invite other paying members rather than selling a product. That's how these companies make money. They make money off of the members. The more members you get in, the more money they're making. You're supposed to likely make a profit off of the members that you're bringing in, but they wasn't making no money. They continuing to give money, thinking that the more they give and the more members they bring, the higher up in levels they'll go. And they'll get so much of a percentage back. And that's just not what these people were doing. What else? They said they promised refunds at any time. However, several people had requested refunds to no avail. And then they filed a legal suit against them. Okay. Let me get into a separate news article. Yeah, they said a Texas couple once featured on an own network television show, Family or Fiance, promised people they could get a financial blessing of 800% in little as a week. Just lying. It turns out they were running a pyramid scheme that targeted and then milked black people affected by the pandemic, okay? According to 2 lawsuits filed against the black couple. Now, the documentation that I found says that it's from the FTC, but this one is out of Arkansas or something like that. But then also the document that I also read says that they have a lawsuit from the Texas Attorney General. So, girl, y'all is in trouble, okay? Like, I don't see how people can just sit up here, create companies and scam folks and then smile in people's face. Like, I just don't see how. Girl, I don't know, but it is so many things in the world that's a scam, child. So I mean, even the things that's legal be fucking scams. So I don't know. Girl, they learn from the best, I guess. So they're saying in a joint complaint filed on June 16th, the Federal Trade Commission and the state of Arkansas accused Marlon and Lashonda Moore of operating a pyramid scheme program called Blessings in No Time, or called bint. The Texas Attorney General also filed a lawsuit against the couple for scamming needy black families, baby. For an upfront fee of $1,400 or $1,425, participants were told they could receive a return of $11,200 or $11,400 respectively. Okay. They said 8 times their contribution to a blessing loom. So basically, you put in so much of money, your $1,400, but they got you thinking that you finna get $11,000 back. But if you're on that wave and you probably got, like this one couple, I think they had like $35,000 in savings, and I think they could have spent all of that, to be honest, because they're thinking they're gonna get that $11,000 or something. So the more they're putting in this $1,400, maybe 3 times, they think they finna get $30-some thousand back, right? No, baby. No, that is so sad, girl. I could just beat that girl, like, run up so you can get done up. I could beat that shit out you. Sit up there taking advantage of people, family members and stuff. Girl, you are trifling. Oh my. Let's go ahead and see what else they're saying over here. So they said, in general, these schemes falsely promise a big return, or as Bint termed it, being blessed out is what they would call it, following a modest initial payment. Okay, the FTC and Arkansas complaint said, in reality, however, very few consumers make any money. And the few consumers that do make money sometimes lose their profits by reinvesting in the scheme. And I feel like if anybody did make profit, those were the people that probably made some money in the beginning, right? Probably made a little something in the beginning and then reinvested it thinking they was going to get some more back. And then the more that the company grew, the less that couple, in my opinion, were able to manage. And I feel like they just was out here spending up money, doing what the hell they want to do. Spending up money, doing what they want to do, and now they ain't got no money to pay these people back. And you know what else was a gag was they created a website where you had to pay $89 a month just to have access to, I guess, your account or whatever, and even be able to communicate with them. Just to communicate with them, to know what the hell is going on, you had to sign up for a website. And then with that website, you had to pay $89 a month. So not only did y'all milk them with their initial payment that they gave y'all turned around and milked them for a monthly payment. Girl, I can't. And I just, and when they had a few people on the American Greed docuseries, and a few of those people were older. I think it was one person that could have been younger, but everybody else was pretty much older. And they over here believing this couple. Based on, like, let me tell y'all, man, these aesthetics and how people try to make themselves look on social media be so much of scams is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I guess because the couple was on Family or Fiance. Oh, they was on Oprah Network. Oh my God, they must be legit. Oh wow, he was on 106 in Park. Like, it's really sad that we attach our trust in people based on their accolades, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Like, based on, and I don't want to say accolades really, because a lot of times your accolades could be that you had a degree in this, which will make you more of an expert in certain things, right? But we attached it to the fact that we saw them on TV, on 106, on BET and that's enough for us to trust these folks. No, it's not. It's not. What was the reviews giving? And I feel like when you invest in stuff like that, there should be a level of transparency where they should be able to show you certain documents, have monthly or quarterly meetings exposing certain things. Like they be having earnings calls and all of that. And you know what's going on with it. Like, it's certain things that should be exposed to the public. But you know, when you think you finna hit a quick fix, like, girl, I could have told y'all that. Like, girl, I was not finna play with that shit. No, man. And I ain't never even heard of the Bint company until I saw the doggone American Greed. I was familiar with the couple. Girl, and speaking of the couple, honey, tell me why Miss Lashonda either locked up I think her IG might be locked up. She only got 15,000 followers, but I could have sworn she would have way more, considering the fact that her man has a ton of them. Okay, but they could be fake, okay, because it's giving finessers, it's giving flaunting, it's giving I have to make myself more important than what I really am. But he's still up there. The last thing I saw him post was back in December when he was finna host something, I believe, for 2023. So he over there still, you know, doing his DJing and stuff. Miss Lashonda used to be in real estate. So I don't know if this is affecting her real estate license or if she can even practice. I don't know what they got going on. But what I would love to know is who's blaming who for this. Who's blaming who? Because he was a DJ, and then I think he eased back off of his DJing. He started focusing on working out and everything so he can try and snatch up Miss Lashonda and make himself be that dude for her. And then he started his business, and then she came along and brought her expertise in real estate and stuff along with his. So I'm like, whose big idea was this for y'all to create this? Was this a single idea, or did Lashonda go to him with the idea and he said, let's do it? Or did he go to her and she was like, oh yeah, we can make this work, let's do it? Who came up with the idea? Because I guarantee you somebody in the household is blaming the other person right now. I don't care what nobody say, girl. I just want to be a fly on the wall. But let's keep going. All right. They said Marlon Moore is known as DJ ASAP, which he says in marketing material stands for always serve a purpose. Girl, you serve no purpose outside of taking them folks' money, according to the court documents. Okay. They're saying participants said in interviews that the couple often chastise people for not recruiting enough. Listen to me. Y'all need to go watch it because they definitely did that. They showed clips from a live that they did on Facebook. One of the people was like, you know, what's happening with the money? Why we ain't getting the money? money. And Lashonda says, well, the truth of the matter is the reason why y'all not get the money is because of y'all. Why y'all not bringing in more members? Da 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 da. And then some people was requesting refunds. Marlon gonna say, well, we're unable to process all of the refunds right now, but by the time that we end up processing the refunds, it would have been so much a time from now. So you might as well just stay in the program in hopes of getting to the middle level, because they had different levels, right? And it was a weird looking box. I think it was like a fire level, a something else level, a water level. It was weird. So the water level was in the center. So he was like, y'all might as well stay in it because, so that y'all can get to that water level. You might as well stay where you at. And then laughed in their face when he said it. Like, girl, I wish I could play a clip for y'all. But girl, you know how YouTube is. Anywho, so participants said in interviews that the couple often chastised people for not recruiting enough. And in one call, they tried to discredit their reporting and warnings about pyramid schemes. Girl, And what else did they say? They said somebody by the name of Coretta out of Florida said she lost close to $13,000. In total, she said she and her family members her family members that she recruited were out of $30,000 in total. Others paid as much as $62,700 to participate in the bint program, according to the FTC. Girl, this is some messy SHI here. Now, I will say, and this article is from last year, okay? It's from 2021, but their story just came out in 2023. I'm sorry, not last year, but year before last. But their story just came out in 2023. I don't know if they are indeed going to go to jail. I don't know. I think a lot of people would like for that to happen, but I do see them possibly not going, but having to pay back all of those people, because I do believe it's a few millions on the table that they may be requested to pay back, according to the lawsuit. So they're still going through trial and stuff, but I think that might be what they're doing, and I feel like their attorney is likely going to fight for them to not serve any jail time, because I think they said the max that they could get in jail is 2 years. So I'm like, if that's the max they can get in jail, which is 2 years, I don't see them going to jail at all. And that's just my opinion. That's not a fact, okay? I see the attorney trying to, if they don't have a criminal history, I could see them being on probation maybe for those 2 years, and I could see the attorney trying to, I can see the attorney saying, how are they going to pay this money back if they don't have, if they're locked up, right? They need to be able to be out to work so that they can get these people their money. So I can see the attorney saying that. So I don't really see them going to jail. But I do see them being tied the hell up when it comes to their money, because they also went to the court when they was faced with the lawsuit and they said they don't have any money. They said they in debt, and they said they was in debt by $540,000. Not y'all sat up here and took all these motherfucking people's money and then not saying y'all ain't got no money. This is what I think they did. I think they got smart somewhere up in this, and they took all their money, all their stuff, and they put it in a trust. Because you can't really touch that. So it's like a personal, like they personal money, they ain't got none. But what's in their trust, I think that's protected. So I don't think you could get access to a person's stuff when it's in a trust. I don't know how they go about getting money from their trust, but I'm sure there's a way for them to go about getting money from a trust. But I wouldn't be surprised if they took all those millions of dollars, if they could, and put that shit in a trust, if possible, or a few trusts. I don't know. But I wonder how that works. Like, if they're being sued over this scam and the trusts were created with scammed money, can they still be able to sue them and grab that? But they're saying that they ain't got no money. They in debt by $540,000. They ended up buying a house throughout all of this drama. And I feel like that's what they're talking about, their house. I feel like their house might be in their name, so they could potentially lose their house when they say $540,000 in debt. I feel like that's about how much their house probably cost. But I could be wrong, but that's just what I think, okay? That's just an opinion. Let's see what else they're saying. They're saying that since January, the complaint said that the state has received nearly 200 consumer complaints about the Moors and their operations, which is Blessings in No Time LLC, right? They said alleging over $700,000 in losses. Wow, girl. Wow, that's crazy. Then they just got like a few statements from people that was telling how much they ended up losing to this couple. Girl, y'all know y'all need y'all ass whooped. And then y'all going around trying to do different interviews on Breakfast Club, Hot 97 and all of that, trying to get y'all names out there and tell people who y'all are and stuff. Girl, no ma'am, Toucan Sam, Pam. No ma'am. Is there anything else on this couple? I feel like they're just continuing to await, the trial, the verdict, figure out what's going to happen when it comes to their case. But yeah, I think they're going to be ordered to pay a few millions of dollars back. But yeah, if y'all go and y'all check out that American Greed, they go through everything that I just told y'all about. They even kind of go into the FTC court documents and highlight certain things. Okay, they also talk about when Lashonda and her husband responded and talked about how they was broke and they ain't got no money. They even showed a clip on Facebook where they told the people they ain't had no money and that they were unable to give refunds. I would have, girl, listen, I'm glad that people brought a lawsuit up against y'all, because listen, I really hate it for y'all. I really, really do. But at the same time, I hate it more for the families that were scammed and were struggling, especially during the pandemic, because so many people lost their jobs during that time. So many people had ill family members that they had to take care of, which prevented them from going to work. And they thought investing in this company with people that they trusted was going to bring a good return on their investment. And I could just imagine how they were feeling going through that waiting period of hoping that they'll get a release or a direct deposit of some money from y'all. Like, that's just foul. But meanwhile, y'all could be out here hanging out, having a great time, jumping out of damn airplanes and stuff, and doing a lavish ass birthday party and icing her out, all this other stuff. And it's like, now y'all don't want to post nothing on social media. Now y'all want to make y'all pages private and stuff. It's like, nah, open it up. Be as loud as you was when you was taking them folks' money, girl. Be just as loud now that you being aired the hell out. Girl, I said, now, how did this slip through the cracks on me? How did this, I didn't even know this had came to the front back in 2021. I think I could have did a story on them in like 2018 or something like that. So I didn't even know y'all was doing all of this, girl. This right here is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. I just wanted to come to y'all real quick, touch on the situation. If you've already seen it, hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about what you thought about the American Greed episode. If you're familiar with this couple, if you've donated to this couple or gave money, invested into their quote unquote business, let me know your thoughts and your experience and everything down below. Okay, that's all that I got. Wanted to have a quick chat with y'all about that. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.